Thank you, Toastmaster Rashid. And a very good evening to fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest.
Good evening.
Make an impact. How many of you remember having made an impact into somebody's life anytime during your life? If I ask you the question the other way around, how many of you remember somebody made an impact into your life that would be easier to answer?
Yeah.
So I will not ask any easy questions. Okay. I was born very small. Have you ever done like that? I didn't have any hair, I couldn't speak, I couldn't walk, and I came to this world empty-handed. Have you ever done like that? And what do you believe? We leave this world empty-handed or with our hands filled? Empty-handed. That's a general belief. But I say, I make a statement here, more than 80% of the human beings who are born onto this earth leave this world with their hands filled. Reason. Ever since we were born, so many skills, talents, capabilities, everything came to us. Maybe let it be artistic talents, maybe a singer, maybe a leader, maybe a president or a prime minister of a nation in the making, maybe a good sportsman, whatever, it all came to us. We did not choose to develop on any of these skills. They are still lying in our hands. We chose to take an easy route. We chose to play it safe. So we did not make use of any of the skills or talents came to us. If this moment, if you're going to die, all these talents and skills that came to you since you were born will stand around you on your deathbed. And looking into your eyes, they will ask you, we came to you with a hope of being developed. What have you done to us? Now you will be in a stage where you cannot do anything. And along with you, all this will go into the grave in your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, we live for I don't know how many years. We have taken so many things from this world, from other people, from our relatives, our friends, from the environment, from the world. We have taken so many things into us. We have been so selfish. Did not give anything back to this world. Is there any use of a life which you live and leave this world without making an impact? All of them came to you. Maybe a scientist, maybe an astronaut, maybe a sportsman, maybe a good public speaker, maybe a champion. All of them came to us. We chose to play it safe. We chose to live in our comfort zone. Many of us leave this world without making an impact. Today, in the next 15 minutes, I'm just going to share with you what I thought can make us make an impact into this world. This is for the gentleman. A man has two options in a relationship. Either stand up and be the man she needs, or sit down so that she can see the man behind you. Applicable to the women also. Applicable to every Toastmaster. When you are taking up a role of a speaker or any other role, stand up and be the man or woman that the club needs. Live up to the expectations of the club, or sit down. Let them see the person behind you. Have done it in the past. My biggest critics were Toastmaster Santosh, Toastmaster Balan, and Toastmaster M.K. Rajan. Raghu, you came unprepared. I never had passion in whatever I did. But when I realized what I am doing is an injustice to all those 20, 30 people sitting in front of me and just wasting their time, I decided to change. And I started making an impact. The very next year, club offered me be the VP membership. Very next year, taken to the area. Next year to the division. Next year to the president of another club. It was the first offer. To revive a club, again, back into the division. When I started putting some passion into what I'm doing. When I started taking things seriously. You can see the people. Look at Dr. Balan. The way he has grown, what I have seen since from 2009 onwards. He is a champion speaker. Where is Nataraj? Natu. Made an impact. Shurukal Banna made an impact by winning the world championship. Could have even made a better impact if she could have mentored another champion from this club. Natarajan, you have done at the division level. Now you can make another impact by mentoring somebody and making another champion. Dr. Balan, we are all there. We have to do this to this world. We have two options, either to do it or not to do it. The easier way is to not to do it. But the people who choose to do it, they achieve something in their life. They will be remembered. If you don't believe in miracles, please believe, please realize that you are one of them. The things that a human being can do, thing an open mind can do, is anything that you can imagine. There is nothing which is impossible for the human being. 40 years before, 50 years before, when the first James Bond movie came in, where the James Bond was walking with a phone in his hand, people said, ridiculous, it's not possible. Can you walk around all over the places with a phone in your hand and you can communicate with people? Not possible. Today, if you see that movie, come on man, what an imagination. Whatever you can think of, you can make it. And if you don't do it, somebody else will do it. That's the philosophy of the universe. Everything has to happen here. You are given with an opportunity. You are entrusted with an opportunity. With a responsibility. You don't live up to it. Somebody else will do it. And there are three types of people. The people who make things happen. Second category, the people who watch things happen. And the third category, the people who wonder what happened. Please understand, you are worth more than you estimated about you. Most often, we depend on other people to learn what are we. We put a very low estimate on ourselves. Believe you are the best person. When it comes to certain area where you are an expert, nobody else can beat you. In your area of expertise, you are the best. You are the champion. Everyone else is inferior to you in that area. Maybe in some other area, another person may be superior. And if you want to beat that person, if you have a will, if you have a commitment, and if you have a passion, it's possible. To become successful, you don't have to be any one of them. You don't have to do anything what that they have done. To make an impact in this world. To be remembered forever. As long as the human population are existing in this world, you just have to do simple things, not great things. Like this. So simple. A little bit of kindness. You can make an impact in somebody's life. Would you like it? When you come to Toastmasters, when a new guest is coming in, spend some time with the guest. I have seen nobody is spending time with the guest, except you. Explain them what are the proceedings. Maybe you are motivating a person to join this club of Toastmasters and making an impact to change their life. It's a responsibility of everyone. Don't leave it to the weekly membership alone. Unfortunately, Lagoon is losing. We had that culture. When I came in, we had that culture. All the senior Toastmasters, when I joined, some 3 4 us joined together, and on day in and day out, we used to receive calls, we used to get support, motivation. Raghu, when are you doing your next project? Have you prepared your speech? Mail your speech to your mentor. This was the support from everyone, from the people in the ExCom and the people outside the ExCom. And that kind of support is missing in Lagoon. Who is responsible? I am responsible. Yes. I haven't visited this club for the last 6 months. right? It made a negative impact. But we are talking about making positive impacts. How do you do it? Please understand the difference between pleasure and satisfaction. Do not come, if you want to make an impact, do not come to this club for pleasure. Some people deliver some excellent speeches, you have a wonderful, vibrant TM, you have a very good table topic master, some education session, and very good snacks arranged over there. You have excellent pleasure spending 2 hours of time in this club. But end of the day, ask yourself how much you are satisfied. Carry home a huge amount of satisfaction. It is two different things. Pleasure is just an ordinary thing. But people want to achieve extraordinary things. You want to make an extraordinary impact in this world. Satisfaction. Focus on what you're doing. In one of the speaker's speech, I gave only one observation. Could have been better if we have rehearsed it one number of times. I've seen people are searching for the words. It should not happen. Put your heart and soul into it, whatever you do, you will make an impact. Second, it's very simple. Watching versus observing. Many of us come and watch so many people come and deliver their speech here. You watch their body language, you watch their vocal variety, you watch their introduction, body and conclusion, you watch the inspiring words, everything. We don't hear. We don't observe. Whereas some people, you can see some people make a sudden, huge change in their capability of public speaking, in their leadership skills. They are the people who are observing every person. You have a lot to learn from a P1 speaker if you observe. I have done my P1, I have done my P10, I have done my ACB, so what I will learn from a P1 speaker? Today, wonderful, Mr. Heyman. Wow, what a speech. Couldn't believe it's a teacher's speech. Fantastic. And I learned some lessons about it. Observe. Don't merely watch. You can make an impact. Third, show up versus presence. People show up for this. There are some people who are regular in every meeting. They just show up for the meeting. They are not present here. Being present means you make your presence felt by other people. Whenever you are there for the meeting, you make your presence felt. There are two ways of doing it. Some people bring happiness wherever they go, and some people bring happiness whenever they go. Should not be in the second category. So being present is also a very important thing to make an impact. And the fourth one is, there is a huge difference between helping and grooming. There are so many mentors out here. We help all the new Toastmasters and even the experienced Toastmasters in developing into a better speaker, developing into a better public speaker and a better leader. But there is a huge difference between helping people and grooming people. The mission of each Toastmaster should be not to help somebody, to groom somebody. In whichever way you can. Give a creative, constructive criticism. Give some excellent feedback. Applaud, appreciate, and give a tap on the shoulder whenever it is possible. Do not shy away from that. This is how you groom people. Understand what that Toastmaster needs. You join Toastmasters for one particular reason. Another person joined Toastmaster for a different reason. Understand what is the reason for that person joining Toastmasters. And contribute whatever you can to fulfill the reasons of that new Toastmaster. Fifth one, interest versus passion. I am interested in giving a speech. You will just give a speech, an ordinary speech. But I am passionate of giving a winning speech. You will definitely winner for that day. Put a spoon of passion into whatever you do. Put a little bit of passion into your family life. Put a little bit of passion into the life of your children. Put a little bit of passion in the lives of your parents. Put a little bit of passion to the people around you. You will make an impact. And the next is learning versus being. We are all human beings. We are all human becomings. Somebody I have seen one day, during a break, somebody walked to Dr. Balan and said, "Doctor, I would like to become a fantastic speaker like you. What should I do?" You don't have to ask this question to anybody. Never ever think of becoming like somebody. We are not human becomings, we are human beings. If you want to become like Dr. Balan, if you want to become like Toastmaster Rajan, if you want to become like Toastmaster Rashid, anybody, be like that person. Observe what they are doing. Observe their level of commitment to what they do, to their own life, to the lives of other people. Be like them. You will grow in your life. There's a huge difference between learning and being. Learning without being put into action is meaningless. Whatever you learn, be that. And the next one is job versus a challenge. My project speech is a job. If you take it as a job, you will not put yourself into it. You will not apply yourself into it. Take it as a challenge. Each assignment, each moment, each second should be a challenge for you. Tell the people, try challenging me. I will not shy away. Have the courage to accept challenges. You need to have a lot of courage to accept challenges. And finally, there's a huge difference between a looker and a hunter. People look for information. People look for knowledge. People look for skills. Some people hunt for information, hunt for knowledge, hunt for skills, hunt for development, hunt for success, hunt for leadership, hunt for victory. There is the, not the people who are looking around. If you want to make an impact into your life and into the lives of other people, be a hunter, be a looker. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 types of people. Do you remember what I said before? The people who make things happen, the people who watch things happen, and the people who wonder what happened. Okay, in the same line, another 3 categories. Great minds think of ideas. Average minds discuss events. And small minds discuss people. Stop discussing about people. Stop discussing about events. It was a wonderful event. But you think of new ideas. Instead of talking what happened in this meeting and about the people or about the event, you talk about new ideas. Be creative. Put some creativity into your life. Be different from other people. If you live a life, if you live a life like 80% of the people who are the majority of the world, you will end up in reaching or achieving whatever those 80% have achieved. But if you change yourself, be creative and live a life like the 20% of the minority successful people in this world, you will reach that level. Age doesn't matter. Your color doesn't matter. Your nationality doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Any questions? No time for questions. Any questions? So let me sum it up. Yes, sir.
It's one of the best presentations I've heard for a long time. Great.
Thank you very much.
One question. How do you develop passion?